Hi, David Gregg here from the Rhode Island Natural History Survey. What's going on here today? We have a team from the Rhode Island Odonata Atlas Project, and they are working on the specimens they collected in the 2023 field season in our workroom down the hall. Let's go see what they're doing. If you'd like to know more about the artwork you see in our halls as we're walking along, you can watch our art show tour on the YouTube channel. I'll put a link up above. All right, let's see what's going on in here. There's the team, hard at work. The Rhode Island Natural History Survey presents videos to showcase the animals, plants, geology, and natural systems that surround us, and the people and organizations working to understand and conserve them. So walk us through what you're doing.
All right, so we are bagging all the odonate specimens, dragonflies and damselflies that were collected in 2023 in the Rhode Island Odonate Inventory Project. And so they were all stored in glassine envelopes in the boxes, in these boxes, file boxes in the cabinet, temporarily until we have all the database fine-tuned and correct, and then the cards get printed out, and so each sheet has three cards on it, and all the data is on, and so we pop each card out of there and put it in an envelope, and then the envelopes go back in these file drawers and then back in the cabinet. The cabinet is airtight, hopefully airtight, and will keep insects out. The ones that had two male-female specimens in copper, for some reason the numbers didn't print. So we, it had been 20 to 25 years since the atlas, and so we had all these records that are now somewhat aged. And we, rather than look at the entire 140 species fauna of dragonflies and damselflies, we selected a group of 33 at the time that were of conservation interest, that are of conservation interest. So they are species of greatest conservation need. They're listed on DEM's rare native animal list, or in the atlas methodology itself, they shook out as restricted and rare or associated with a special habitat. We discovered in the first year of the project a 34th target because it was a new species for Rhode Island, which boosted our total from 139 to 140, and we added that target in. So that's why we, rather than look at the entire fauna of 140 species, we selected these because these are the ones that I think are the most needed, that we monitor their populations.
Got it.
Lost a leg putting this one in, but the leg is intact within the bag, which is one reason why.
So that's okay.
That's good.
Yep.
But there's the little leg up there with the
23 Unfortunately, if you will, the first two field seasons were extreme weather conditions. So the 2022 was an extreme drought. So a lot of the habitat for several of our targets, they were dry at the end of 2022, at the end of the field season, or even partway through the field season. And then 2023 was one of the wettest years on record. So everything was in flood stage, and you know, so hopefully 2024 will be more of an average climate year.
everything averages.
2038, 23. Need to forceps, because you have to be really careful handling these specimens. They're quite dehydrated from a bath in acetone.
Why do you put them in an acetone bath?
Acetone will preserve the color and pattern the best, but it also draws out lipids and liquids, so it prevents, over time, it prevents rotting from happening, decomposition from happening. But it also makes them quite brittle. So we had. Do you have an in-cop one to show, David?
Yes, I'm going to be
Here,
putting
I
up
actually
on
have
one.
one right here. Okay, these are in cop. That must be the reason for these. 039 and 040. So we're also quality checking the data with the envelopes, which all the data's written in the field on the envelope, so we're cross-checking with the printed cards.